X-Men the Animated Series preview coming right up. Mr. Clicks Flicks is brought to you by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning roll for all your gaming needs. You can visit them at luckydicecafe.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Mr. Clicks Flicks is also brought to you by trollandtoad.com, one of the largest online gaming retailers. Use the promo code Mr. Clicks Flicks for 5% off your Heroclix order today. Alright guys, so today we're checking out two previews for the upcoming X-Men the Animated Series Dark Phoenix Saga Heroclix set. This set comes out in September, and I'm really stoked about it. Previews we've seen so far for it look really cool, and these two seem like no exception. Make sure to place your pre-orders because I think this is going to be a hot set, especially considering that, like Avengers Infinity, there will be a Colossal figure in each booster. So we're looking at one standard figure and one Colossal figure today. So you guys let me know in the comments below which one you like, and then which Colossal figure you most are hoping is in this set. So let's go ahead and get this rolling. Up first is Magneto, number 011B. He has the Brotherhood of Mutants and a robot keyword. Now he has B, which would indicate normally that he's a prime, but he doesn't have that green ring, and we haven't been told that in this set that B figures will be considered something different, sort of like Avengers Infinity again, where they gave them all unique rings and said that you could just play them all on one team. So we'll see how that kind of shakes out. There is a precedent for figures being A, B, C, and not being prime or anything like that, so we just have to wait and see. He has 3 traits. The first trait is called Danger Room Construct. When Magneto makes an attack after resolutions, give him an error token for each one in the attack roll, maximum 3. If Magneto has 2 or less error tokens, characters take a maximum 1 damage from Magneto's attacks. Magneto takes a maximum of 1 damage from opponent's attacks, and he can't be healed or chosen for Mastermind. Protected Pulse Wave. So that's gives us some cool stuff for his powers. It means that pretty much most of the game you're probably only going to be dealing 1 damage, which is a little disappointing, but you know, if you're able to ramp it up late game, let's say you roll a bunch of 7s or something like that, you'll be able to be dealing his full damage, which is going to be pretty cool. And also, as some people have pointed out, he is dual target, so you are going to be able to target more than one figure, which means for a call-in he might be okay. But other than that, it's just interesting, so let's keep reading. His other one is Lessons from the Danger Room Magneto. If Magneto is KO'd by an opposing character, for the rest of the game, that character can use Energy Shield Deflection. So this is sort of like title characters in a sense, where once you KO them, something positive happens for the opposing team. In this case, Energy Shield Deflection. So going to need to protect old Magneto here. And then the last trait is called Simulated Master of Magnetism. Force Blast. When Magneto knocks back an opposing character, you may choose the direction of the knockback. That's pretty cool. That can actually be pretty important. That actually came up in a game for me this week for at my local venue. Being able to knock back in a particular direction would have been cool. So he is 50 points, has the Brotherhood of Mutants keyword, team ability, has an 8 range dual target, starts off with an 11 movement with running shot and flight ability, 12 attack, psychic blast, 18 defense, toughness, and indomitability, 4 damage, range combat expert. All that for 50 points makes it pretty obvious why they had to do the Danger Room Construct thing to kind of reel him in. But I do think, as some people have been saying, that as a call-in, a cheap 50-point call-in to be able to knock out 2 Colossals with that high attack value is pretty cool. And then, like I said, if you roll a bunch of 7s or something like that, might be able to ramp them up pretty quickly and still get some use out of them, because that is a lot of attack and damage for a 50-point figure. Up next, we have Colossus, number G17B, so that means he is a Colossal. This one looks pretty sweet. I'm excited for a Colossal Colossus, is what this pretty much means to me. Or this is the prime of the Juggernaut, which may be Colossal. So you let me know which one you'd rather have, or do you want both as a Colossal. But anyway, pretty cool looking. Has the X-Men Brute and Mystical keywords, has improved movement, ignores and destroys blocking, has a trait and a special on his damage. His trait is called Flying Debris. When Colossus uses charge, after resolutions, deal 1 penetrating damage to each opposing character that's adjacent to one or more debris marker that he created this action. So you create the debris markers whenever you destroy blocking. So there are more than a few maps where you could definitely get some use out of this. It's real nice that it's penetrating damage. So really the only thing that's going to save them for sure is going to be invincibility. Pretty cool about that. I'm not sure if you'd get to roll super senses for that because he's technically not attacking you, so I think you wouldn't get to roll it, which is pretty cool. Then the special on his damage is called Colossal Retaliation. Now you face Wrath. Free. If no friendly character has been placed this turn, choose an opposing character that attacked Colossus or damaged a friendly character since your last turn. If that character is within the same row or column as Colossus, place Colossus adjacent to that character and make a close combat attack targeting all characters in that row or column between where Colossus began the action and his current square, regardless of adjacency. Hit characters are each dealt 2 penetrating damage instead of normal damage. So X-Men, if they needed more help, they're getting a Colossal Retaliator, which is pretty cool, and he has that on the first click of each of his starting lines, so really cool there. So speaking of starting lines, let's go ahead and look at his dial. He has the X-Men team ability, which shouldn't surprise anybody. Has 4 starting lines, 200 points, 150 points, 125 points. So basically, if you're running an X-Men team and you want to run them, they'll be a Colossus that'll suit your point needs. So at 200 points, starts off with an 8 movement with charge, 12 attack, super strength, 19 defense with invincible and indomitability and giant size. Then at 150 points, he starts off with an 8 movement with charge, 11 attack, super strength, 18 defense, invincible and indomitability, 4 damage with that special. At 100 points, he has an 8 movement with charge, 10 attack with quake, 18 defense, impervious, 3 damage. And then at 25 points, he has a 7 movement with charge, 11 attack with quake, 18 defense, impervious, and indomitability, and 3 damage. All of his point values have their place. I really like the 200 point and the 25 point dials the best. This guy'd be a good call-in. He'd be a good Colossal Retaliator, so I am super excited to have this guy in the repertoire. So you guys let me know in the comments below which one of these 2 figures you like best. I always enjoy reading that stuff. Make sure to keep tuning back for more X-Men the Animated Series news. That's all I have for you guys today. As always, please remember that it's uncritical miss if you don't have probability control.